quick question about the next actions in this case. When are all four back in court? What do we see next?
Okay, so May 15th, 9 a.m., they're going to be back in court. They are all in the process of getting new lawyers. Tiffany Adams, Tad Cullum, Cole Twombly say they are all going to get private attorneys. Cora Twombly was the only one at the hearing who said she was going to want a public defender, which is kind of interesting considering Cole Twombly is getting a private attorney. But again, let's not forget, some of these folks have a lot of money, especially Tiffany Adams and Tad Cullum. They've got the resources to pretty much get whatever lawyer they want, from what we're told. They own thousands of acres of land. Tad Cullum in particular, Ashley, I'm hearing over and over again, is particularly wealthy. So it's going to be interesting to see what legal teams show up because they didn't have lawyers at the first hearing. And so who's gonna be the lawyer come May 15th? That's gonna be really interesting because they've got the money.
Yeah, and whether their defense is going to be he did it, she did it, she did it, he did it. That's always fascinating.
Yes, are they gonna turn on each other? Yeah, that's such a good point.
Right,
yeah.
right. That's usually what happens in these cases. So, so much to look at. Thank you.
100% they will all turn on each other, okay? Or actually, they'll start pointing to the finger at, of course, the leader of this whole crew, Tiffany Adams. Everyone's going to be pointing the finger at her. However, when we talk about a conspiracy to commit murder, there are so many things that put them in. They put them in the trick bag here, as my co-host Phil Romaldi says sometimes. They put them in because they're on the burner phones. They're using the burner phones. They conspired. They planned. They physically took part. And, you know, we spoke about there's two things in the law, mens rea and actus rea. And mens rea is the mental state of mind to commit a crime, right? In this case, to commit a murder. Recklessly, intentionally, criminally, negligently, and knowingly, right? Those are the culpable states of mind. So what's the actus rea? The actus rea is doing the physical act that facilitates the commission of a crime. So both of those things are present here. The mental state of mind to commit a murder or to plan to commit a murder, and the physical state of mind to do things that tend to facilitate this crime. And they are guilty of all of those things. Jessa Myers, Jess, I want to know what she said. I think she didn't even care if she got caught. Even if it meant someone got killed, as long as the kids didn't go to the mother, she's a sicko. Yeah. Carol Owings, people can be just plain mean. Elizabeth McPherson flashing. That's fascinating, Heather. We have to be when we try to follow Jessamine self-snitching, when we follow true crime or real crime, we should have a working knowledge of the law and what the law, and we just spoke about the mens rea and actus rea and the mental state of mind and the physical act that facilitates a crime. It's just important to understand it so you know where the law is coming from, where premeditation comes from, where conspiracy comes from. And, you know, in a case like this, you could have just driven the car and had nothing else to do with it but that. And knowing what you knew, and you could be charged with first-degree murder just as if you were the person that committed the murder. So all of those things are very important to know. Folks, if you like real crime, true crime from a police perspective, then you're in the right place. And if you're not subscribed to us, go on our YouTube, hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, hit that like button, share us with your friends and your family. It's free to join us on YouTube. If you want to contribute to us, we have a Patreon with 3 different levels. And we also have a YouTube channel membership with count them 5 different levels. And our channel is growing with all the new faces, all the new friends I see here. And I appreciate all the fans, the friends, the subscribers that watch this show. YLZ Pony, So enlightening. Thank you, Supreme Commander. For some of you guys that are new and you see some people referring to me as the Supreme Commander, I used to jokingly use that as my nickname when I was an anti-crime sergeant. And I would have my cops call me the Supreme Commander, which it was meant to be a joke. It is a joke, but it's carried through to here, and it's funny. I think it's amusing, but it's not meant to be anything seriously. Art lover, sometimes we label people as sick when actually they are evil. Art lover, you're right. It could be, they could, I agree with you. I agree with you. Jessa Myers, could they have let him go and use him as a future witness? You know, Jessa, that's a possibility, but I would have